Friends? That was that. We're gonna. Nah, we're not. No, we're not. That came out very funky sounding. That's okay. We are back today doing another market working tutorial, going over the state of the market. We are now seeing season 2, 99 overall starting to come out in this game, and once again, big implications. Couple things here of note. We are still seeing a stub sale, 30 to 50% off of stubs until July 22nd. So up until July 22nd, we'll see people buying stubs, which makes it more likely they will buy players, which results in them inflating the price of players. So this is kind of one of them golden zones when it comes to if you bought a bunch of players, you're trying to sell them, or if you have players laying around, maybe you lost some stubs, he's like, oh, they're going to bounce back, whatever. Now is kind of that chance where you can go out and potentially resell them over these next couple of days. A couple guys coming to mind for me. You know, typically we buy a guy and sell them over the weekend. Or not buy guys, sell them over the weekend, but we buy them, use them, resell them. Was it Julio Rodriguez? I don't know if it was Julio. It was one of these guys. It was not Julio. It was Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan was one. He's getting torched, and that's probably not recovering. I think it was Sammy Sosa. Sammy? Yeah, Sammy. I think we still have him. We still got him. We do. We didn't sell him over the weekend, which we normally do. We usually just buy guys, sell them when we're done. We play some co-op, whatever. But, you know, those prices tanked. While some were still in packs, and others where we've seen the new ranked program extended, the second drop come, or it kind of crunched the price of some of these guys. A lot of guys dropping. Plus the 99s overall is coming out, the 98s, 97s. Something that really nice cards. Worth getting. So, you know, people are kind of selling some players. Sammy Sosa, kind of one of those guys, but I think he's one of those guys as well. You look at him, see him, he's got a pretty good card. Will he ever bounce back up to 130, 140? We'll see. Probably, I would say it's unlikely because we're just going to keep seeing more and more 99s. But I think for the time being, it's a good opportunity to potentially, you know, get him out, get rid of him for 90 to 100K still if you lost some stubs there, or if you bought him on a dip. Because as long as those, you know, stub sales out, people are going to keep buying players, are going to cause their prices to go up, as we was mentioning. So I do like that. Anybody that's season 2 in that regard. Just in general, we're halfway through the month. We always kind of be mindful of the fact, you know, we're getting later in the year, so it's more and more likely where people are not playing the game as much, which can, you know, kind of affect the way prices swing as much up and down, kind of affect how often player or how much players remain worth compared to earlier in the season. So always stuff to be mindful of. But for the most part, again, you know, while this sales out, this is the time where I'm looking to sell some players. Just to be specific there, you know, a lot of our tops now is guys still got a lot laying around, but we got a lot more putting up here. Was trying to wait for them to bounce back. And I think, you know, as you get further into the year, the same trade doesn't always work because more and more people are getting used to it. It's still, for us, pretty good win. I was really hoping we could see like DJ Hers, guys like that jump up to closer to the, and he is climbing slowly still. I'd like to see him closer to that 16, 18K. And he could, what happened? Let me look at this one more time. He was up to 12K, so he is climbing. We're going to continue to be patient there, but the clock's ticking in regards to when that next flash sale comes out. We never know what they're going to do with the flash sales. They come out with more tops now. Is it going to tank their prices? We'll probably end up, you know, it depends where you're at. We're trying to keep some guys, you know, we might keep 4 or 5 Iglesiases. We don't have any of you. We have some Estes. No. Well, I think we have 2. I think we just put a bunch in the market. You know, Garcia's a guy whose price ain't really going up as fast as I was hoping it would. But again, you know, we picked him up for 4K at the time, so it's still doubling the coins. And, you know, you got to be able to sell these players sometimes too. The scary thing is why we hold on to them is because 17K, 18K. These tops now guys from season 1. They continue to go up, you know, 40K, 34K. So it's like 20 of those. You sell them for 10K, it's 200K. 20 of those you sell for 40K, it's 800K. So it is a little difficult, honestly, for me seeing that to pull the trigger. And thankfully, because of our balance, we do have a little bit of flexibility there, as opposed to, you know, if you're trying to constantly make coins, you gotta be a little bit more aggressive if you don't have the coins to play with. And that's okay. You know, we're all in a different area of the game. And I was there for a while as well. Now I don't play as much. I'm kind of just patiently waiting when I want to play, you know, buy some players, I'll resell them right away. I guess of the co-op thing. So something to be mindful of there is, you know, where we're closing in, you might have one more week, really, that golden zone to kind of sell these guys before you start worrying about a potential flash sale that's going to drop these guys again, where you can go and reinvest again. Right now, I wouldn't be completely scared, but, you know, sometime in the next week, I'd be trying to watch, see where the prices go more closely. I think, again, you can wait till next week, though. You'll be all right there. I'd definitely be considering though, because then we're talking 25th, 26th of the month. Next week would probably be the flash sale. Man, I hate to take the chance. I'm gonna be honest, probably Wednesday or Thursday might be a good idea to get rid of those guys if you're looking for, you know, a bunch of coins to reinvest. If you're like, you know what, I'm gonna take that chance because there is the potential to go back to 25k, 30k before they drop again. I mean, be my guess, but you know, we're always looking to make the, you know, looking for the next move all the time. So that's the direction we're going there. Same with, what is it? I want to say season awards. I don't know how they're looking. Christian Walker, 66k. He dropped a little bit pop. Same story as always, you know, when these guys are in packs, it's going to drop them a little bit until they're out of packs. Justin Steele, who did we buy the other day? Oh, it was Jesse Chavez. Was he cheap? I don't remember. That was such a long time ago. Wasn't. It looked like he dropped there for a little bit down to 20k when the rest of them dropped, and then he's kind of been right around that price as well. So not seeing a big jump there, but there's still big gaps. You know, 24k by 35k, 24 by 38, 14 by 23. I mean, this is the place to be if you're looking to, you know, single day flip. Anytime you see them big gaps like that, we shouldn't do that because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna come back. I'm not. I'm not coming back and looking at this. But you know, when we was very active, it was like, hey, place a bid on these bad boys. Come back to it when you win the bid. Resell them, and that's again just looking. You know, what is that? 15k by 24, 24, 4, 3, 2. Oh, ooh, that'd be a great profit if that's how that was. 24, 4, 4. It's you know, 6k flip again. 5 a day. It's 10 a day. 50k, 60k. 20, you know, even 30k, you know, 30k a day times 7 is 200k a week. Some quick money to be made there. Just, you know, placing a bid on each one of them, see if you get the order. Looking at another point in time, we'll go to the live series. What we're seeing here is no season 2 live series. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a good idea. Let's try that again. Live series kind of getting crunched by that quick pack sale they had there for the 90 pluses. And again, as further season 2 goes along, we're going to see just like in season 1, where they're going to continue to just trickle down a little bit because more and more players are usable that aren't core players. Might trickle back up when the season ends, but for now, you know, kind of in a D trend, a downtrend. I don't know where we was coming up with a D trend. Kind of in a downtrend. So not a lot of money to be made there, of course, unless you're investing in the roster updates, which is still a very big thing. Do we have Bryce Harper? We don't. Who was another one? Scuba was all the way up to a 91. I thought there was somebody else that was getting them upgrades. Was it Rutschman? No, it wasn't Rutschman. I think it was Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, it's Gunnar Henderson. Got a couple of them, but he ain't seen too many upgrades since then. But, you know, still that game that can be played, seeing those guys go there. Looking at, just to make sure we're not missing anything, you know, looking at the single player stuff. You have the draft badge map, you have the sheriff's badge, just to see what's in here. Because as always, if you see any sort of featured pack, the Vault Choice pack. So the Vault Choice pack's gonna, again, it's kind of hurt anybody in the Vault Choice pack. I would stay away from those. Anybody in that pack, got to be careful with. 95 overall MLB Draft Choice pack. But yeah, that's what we're seeing. Is that a tradable pack? Choose 3 players. Still 95. I mean, I'd avoid that regardless. So just stuff to be mindful there. If anytime you see a pack get released that's a Conquest pack, don't want to be touching those bad boys on the marketplace. As far as this is concerned, everything's untradeable, so not too worried about anything here. You do get the 99. Is that Chase Burns 99? I didn't think so. I was about to say, what am I reading things wrong? It might have been. Nonetheless, you know, we're getting kind of late in the year. Things are kind of some of the same. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen that's going to really spike the prices. If you're still looking to make stuff, you just kind of have to slow grind it over time. I do think season collections, special collections, I do think we see some value in these all-star cards though over time when they start coming out of packs. I think they turn into good investments just because such a good reward. Such a good reward. In that Aaron Judge, in that Shohei Ohtani. So I think people will start to collect these. They might even favor them over the season 2 collection, I should say. My mistake there. So I would be, you know, when this stuff comes out of packs, that's the stuff in the Conquest. The stuff that's not in the Conquest, that's not, or, you know, falling out of packs, I think they can gain some value here that are cheap. Let's see if we can find 95, 96. Those are draft choices, so these should not be in that pack, right? You know, like the Corbin Burnses of the world that are tradable. I'm trying to find one that's tradable. I don't know if any of these are tradable. It might all be the Affinity guys. Are they all Affinity guys? There's a tradable one. Anthony Santander, you know, that's an example. He's expensive now, but you can get some of those guys that drop in value over time that are in packs. I do think those could hold some value, and they could be some good flips if you are looking for them long-term investments. I'm looking for anybody that's a cheap player in this particular collection that is in packs right now, because this is a loaded collection. Aaron Judge is sick. The Shohei as a hitter, sick. Paul Skeens, disgusting. Quick as you can get them. People have been buying those up all year. So I do love that idea there if you're looking at it. Nonetheless, though, it's going to wrap things up for this video. As always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.